From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line. What? 280. Mike 54. 14. That's not good. One left. Watch the whip.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Check. Watch twins.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Yellow. I'm alive. 54 Mike.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
36. All right, easy.
In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Returnable for Lockett. A beautiful fake.
Come on, fellas.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 56 yards. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl. 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, zoom, fellas, let's go.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
54 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Check. Fresno. 95.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he's forced out left. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. After 1, it's 9-0.
54 Mike. Check. Watch there. You.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. To throw is Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and that cuts it to 9 at 16-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, 0-0-0.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
You don't know no better. Check.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Yellow.
Here we go. Slip.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Echo.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
We got this.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense. Williams loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. On first down, Carson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 19.
Now Wilson, it's caught, Lockett. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They run again with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. Let's see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes firing complete, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Line, 43, 43.
54. Watch QB drop.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did.
There he goes, left side. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
Yellow. There's a lot of light. Hey, ribble it.
I'm going back to you.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough.